Pete, the doctor told me I can be discharged in 3 days or so.
What? Really?
Yes. Of course, there will be lots of rehab coming ahead.
Still, I'm so happy for you, Helen. You can finally sleep in your own bed.
It's been 3 months since I was home last.
It was a long 3 months. This was all my fault.
I told you to stop it, honey. I'm glad it was me and not you. Besides, we were lucky no one else got hurt from the crash.
But you are bound to a wheelchair now because of me. I can't tell you enough how sorry I am. I know being sorry won't cut it.
Hey, you've apologized enough already. I really don't blame you or anything.
Your late mother would be so furious of me. I promised her that I would protect you. I am your only family, and now I have hurt you.
It was an accident. You learned your lesson the hard way not to speed too much. You now know what happens when you do.
Absolutely. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's the last time you're going to say sorry. So, are you picking me up or what?
Of course I will. I will carry all your stuff. I will reserve a wheelchair-friendly cab or limo service. There's no way I'm driving with you in the back, at least for a while.
Okay. I think they will let me go around noon. I'll let you know when I find out the details.
Sounds good.
Are you sure you're not busy, though? I know you're in the middle of an important project.
Everyone knows what happened. Even the CEO told me to take good care of you and personally gave us a get well package. They would make me go even if I said no, which I won't, of course.
Wow. How nice of everyone and your CEO. Please say thank you to everyone for me.
I will make sure I do.
Your CEO is a woman, right?
Yes, she's around my mom's age. She is one tough, smart lady.
Is she now? I wonder if she would like my baking. I'm dying to bake, so maybe I could prepare a small thank you gift with it.
I hardly ever see her, though. It was actually the first time I've ever spoken to her when she gave me the package. It's quite famous that she is a serious camper.
Camping. I don't know what I could give back that's related to camping. Do you know if she has any food preferences?
I don't know. I can ask around if you want me to.
Yes, please do. By the way, how is our apartment? Have you been cleaning at all?
I will. I will tidy up so you can get around in your wheelchair.
Well, meaning you haven't been, have you? But I understand it has been very hectic these past months. You were going back and forth between home and the hospital and work. You don't have to get everything done before I come back.
I'm going to make time tonight. I want to make sure everything is in the right place for you. It's the least I can do.
Thanks. I'll let you get back to work.
Okay. Good luck with the last bit of your hospital life. If you can, please pack or gather items I can start to take home. I can't come see you today, but I plan to tomorrow.
Pete, are you coming home soon?
I'm still at work.
I see. Can you please let me know when you are working late?
I've been working late this whole month. Can't you guess?
I assumed you would be, but then sometimes you come home early. I'd like to know when I need to prepare your dinner.
It takes a long time for you to cook lately.
Well, why do you think? I'm cooking from my wheelchair.
It's been 6 months since you got out of the hospital. When do you think you'll be able to walk?
I can stand up if I hold on to something.
But you can't walk yet?
No.
Have you been going to rehab?
Of course.
The doctor said you'd be able to walk through rehab. Are you sure you're working hard enough?
I am doing my best here. How can you say something like that?
We've only been able to go to barrier-free places. Where we can visit is very limited right now because of you. I really wanted to go camping this summer too.
What is the matter with you?
What?
Your attitude towards me. You've become so mean to me lately. It's not like I prefer to be in this wheelchair.
Oh, what are you implying? You're saying it is my fault after all?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I understand that it's stressful being around someone who can't walk. But you know, I think you can be a bit more considerate, at least. I feel very isolated from society as it is. Especially now that you've become very busy. I'm lonely.
You know I have a huge project to handle.
Yes, I know that. But you've been going out on your own on the weekends too. Do you not want to be with me anymore?
It's not like that. Sorry. I've been overwhelmed with everything that's been going on. I didn't mean to be so hard on you.
It's okay. I understand. You are a very outgoing person, so not being able to move around freely must have been very stressful for you.
Yes, but it can't be helped. I should have managed my feelings a little better. It's not your fault, Helen. I'm sorry.
Hey, let's go camping.
Huh? I don't think that's possible.
Of course it is. There are many camping resorts nowadays. We can find one that is handicap friendly. I mean, I would still need a lot of help from you.
I will gladly help.
Okay then. We'll go as soon as your project settles down a bit. I will handle the booking and packing.
Are you sure you want to go?
Yes, I am. I want you to be able to enjoy summer, and I need to get out too. It would be a good opportunity for me to learn how to get around outdoors.
Thank you, Helen. I know I'm being selfish.
You are not being selfish, Pete. Besides, I'd prefer for us to have a good time together than to have our marriage fall apart. Don't you agree?
Our marriage wouldn't fall apart.
It felt like it was going to soon. You were never home and hardly spoke to me. I was starting to think you might be interested in someone else.
Someone else? No way! I guess I still feel very guilty of what happened to you. And that guilt turned into stress, and I took it out on you.
Sorry, Pete. I'm joking. I know my wheelchair life is troublesome for you. So I was just a little worried.
It's not troublesome, Helen. Anyway, I will be quite busy with my project for another couple of weeks. But I think I can take some days off next month.
Okay, great. Oh, and dinner tonight?
No thanks. I'll grab something to eat here.
Okay. I'll be heading to bed soon. Don't work yourself too hard. What is going on, Pete? Where are you? Why did you leave me here? I thought we were headed to the resort. I don't even know where I am, and it's getting dark. No one is around. Please come and get me.
Tell me, Helen, how much battery do you have left on your smartphone?
Huh? Oh my god, I only have 1%. Why? I had it charged all night.
Your charger was probably loose.
Why are you laughing? You threw me off the car in the middle of the woods. You didn't even leave me my wheelchair.
Your wheelchair would get you nowhere in those woods anyway.
Pete, come back. Did I do something? Please, I'm begging you.
You should crawl back home.
What?
It would be good training for you.
What the hell? How can you joke around? What has gotten into you?
I'm not joking. I'm serious. You need to get out of your damn wheelchair already. You were so slow and always in my way.
Is that how you've really felt all this time? Pete, don't tell me you loosened my charger on purpose.
What if I did? This is what you get for tormenting me for months with your never-healing injury. I hardly got a scratch from the crash. How can you be so fragile?
Excuse me? You think I'm weak for getting hurt? That I've tormented you? You drove the passenger side of the car into a damn tree for crying out loud. How can you be so cruel?
I am doing this for you. Perhaps by the time you get home, you'll be able to walk again. You haven't been pushing yourself hard enough.
Doing this for me? Don't be ridiculous and come get me now!
Shut up, you useless bitch!
What?
The only reason you were able to live normally is because of me. You have no one else. Without me, you are no good.
Pete, what has happened to you? So you just want to get rid of me now?
Yes? Despite me taking care of you, all you do is whine. Why are you not home yet? Why are you so mean? Blah, blah, blah. You think it's okay to whine because you feel sorry for yourself, don't you?
I do not feel sorry for myself. Pete, I don't have any more battery. Please, help me.
I said crawl back home. I am not helping you. You have to do this on your own.
Hello, Pete.
Helen? Wow, you made it through the woods? Wait, did you call the police?
No.
I didn't know you had survival skills. How did you make it back? I was hoping you'd get lost in the woods.
Wow, you are worse than what I have heard. Unbelievable.
What? Where are you anyway? I don't see you back here in the house. How did you charge your battery?
Pete, you are fired. Don't go back to the office.
What? Fired? What are you talking about? Did you lose your mind in the woods?
I am not Helen.
Huh? You're not? But you're messaging me on Helen's smartphone.
I rescued Helen and took her to a safe place.
Oh, you did? What do you want? Did you contact me to tell me how horrible I am? This is between husband and wife. You should mind your own business.
But you really are horrible. You had her injured because of your reckless driving in the first place.
I said stay out of it! Who the hell are you anyway? I don't know what Helen told you, but it is none of your business. Or what? Are you saying you will take care of my crippled wife? If that's the case, sure, I'm all eyes and ears.
Have you been reading what I sent?
Huh?
I said you are fired. I'm Carla Morrison, your CEO.
Miss Morrison? You're joking, right?
No, I am not.
Why would you have my wife's phone?
You have to be told the same thing twice to understand what I am saying? I said I rescued your wife. You do know that I like to spend my free time camping, don't you?
Yes, I am aware. I never thought you'd run into my wife in the woods. I hope she hasn't been too much trouble for you. Sincerest apologies.
If at all, she is not the reason for trouble. You are. Did you leave her knowing people get lost in those woods all the time? You must have a serious problem. She can't even move without her wheelchair.
There is a legitimate reason for all of this.
Is there now?
I don't know what she has told you, but she hasn't been going to rehab, so I was angry, you see? This was all just a fight between a husband and a wife. I left her because I wanted her to get better.
I took her to the hospital myself. Her doctor said she hadn't missed a session since she's been discharged. The reason why she can stand now is because she worked hard.
Well, yes, but that's really recent she's become able to do that.
Then that means she has been working hard, right? where is the legitimate reason you were talking about? Besides, you haven't been looking for her this past week. You know, I've had my eyes on you. You've been going to another woman every day you left Helen because you didn't want her anymore.
You've misunderstood. I'm not cheating on Helen. This woman is just a close friend.
You sleep with all your close friends? Don't make any more excuses, because I have the proof here. Have you forgotten that your own company provides services to the handicapped? I am shocked that my employee has abused his own handicapped spouse.
I never meant to abuse Helen.
None of this is acceptable. We will be discussing how to deal with you tomorrow at the board meeting. You are to stay put until you get further notice from the office.
Wait, please. Mrs. Morrison, I am so sorry. I will never treat my wife the same way ever again. Please forgive me.
You don't need to ask me for forgiveness. But you should apologize to your wife.
Of course I will. Please reconsider.
Hi, Pete. I got my phone back from Miss Morrison.
Helen, I am so sorry. There was something wrong with me. Please forgive me. I must have lost my mind from all the stress.
I guess you're right about having lost your mind. But that's not a good enough reason for you to leave me out in the woods.
I wasn't thinking straight. I made myself believe that you were putting me through hardship, but I was wrong. It's all my fault.
Yes, it is. I want to be clear, once and for all. There is no way I would ever forgive you. I'm bound to the wheelchair because of your reckless driving. And on top of that, you left me in the woods while you slept with someone else.
Helen, listen to me. I was only seeing someone else because I was weakened from the stress.
Don't give me that crap. You must think this is all a joke. Don't you dare tell me about stress. I have been putting myself through painful rehab every week while you are having fun cheating on me.
I am truly sorry. I will never see the woman again. I swear to stay by your side. I will support you for the rest of my life.
Oh, you swear?
Yes. So please, can you tell Miss Morrison not to fire me? I can't lose my job. I will change and never hurt you again. You will be my priority in everything I do.
There is no way I am getting back with someone who has tried to kill me. You think I am useless because I have no other family and because I can't walk?
I don't think that. I will stay by your side. Please, let me be there for you. Just to note, it never even crossed my mind to divorce you, ever.
I think I know why you left me in the woods. It's because you wanted me gone, but even if that didn't work, you thought I would break our marriage. You didn't want to be the bad guy who divorced his crippled wife. You thought it would save your reputation.
No, that's not true.
I don't believe anything that comes out of your mouth. But yes, since you left me to die, I will divorce you. I won't ever forgive you or spare you any more of my time or feelings.
Helen, I'm so sorry. Please, give me another chance.
I will not be fazed by you, no matter how many times you say you are sorry. I finally see it now. You are a pest in my life, and I don't ever want you around me. We are done. Miss Morrison introduced me to a good lawyer afterwards, who helped me file the divorce quickly. Trusting Miss Morrison's recommendation, I have let my lawyer take lead and handle most matters. And it was probably the best decision I have made besides leaving Pete. In addition to our division, I was able to win a fair amount of money from Pete as consolation money. My lawyer also suggested and won compensation for my injuries from the car crash. We later found out that Pete was cheating on me with a coworker who, based on corporate policy, was also penalized. She was not fired, but left the company once rumor got around that she was sleeping with the most hated man in the office. Instead of getting fired, Pete was sent off to a small subsidiary. It was actually Miss Morrison who suggested not to fire him, knowing he would not be able to make all payments to me at once. Miss Morrison's idea was that as long as he had some job, he would be able to continue to pay me what he owes. Although, Pete's role has changed significantly, and with that, his salary has become nearly half of what he used to make. Despite his lowered income, I don't have to check my bank account every month to confirm he is paid. Because Pete agreed with his company and I that part of his salary be paid directly to me in exchange for his job. The last I heard, he is living a very minimal life with the little money that he gets. He must be regretting what he's done to me by now, especially because he had to give up all of his favorite things to do. I hope I will never see him again. After receiving the initial payment from him, I was able to move to a new house near the hospital. It allowed me to concentrate on rehabilitation. Recently, I have become able to walk a little bit with support. Miss Morrison recommended me to a company and helped me land a great job that lets me work from home. Not only has she saved my life, but she has helped me get through the impossible. I have told her repeatedly that I want to pay her back somehow, but she insists that I help someone in need instead. Having met an angel like her has become the greatest gift of my life. Just as she taught me, I will make sure to help anyone in need of my help. And I will continue to strive to become a strong, noble woman like her.
Phew, I finally escaped from my dinner break.
Hey Gavin, rough day. Would you mind picking up some powdered milk from the store on the way home?
What? Me?
Yeah, I've been really busy looking after Jake and doing the housework today, so I was hoping you could pick some up. The store is on your usual route anyway, so it'd only take you a few minutes, right?
Why can't you do it?
To tell you the truth, Jake's been in a rotten mood since he woke up. We went shopping first thing, and he threw a huge tantrum right in the middle of the supermarket. I really don't want to have to go through that again.
And you didn't buy it then? You mean you forgot?
Yep, sorry.
God damn it! Are you telling me you're not even capable of buying powdered milk properly? I'm gonna be exhausted by the time I get off work, Jane. You know I work long shifts.
I'm really sorry, honey. I think I was still half asleep when I went out this morning.
You serious? You've got some nerve. Are you trying to say you're sleep deprived? You wouldn't try walking a mile in my shoes?
Huh? Why would you be sleep deprived? You get at least 8 hours, don't you?
'Cause that little twerp wakes me up crying 3 times an hour. Why does he cry so much? It can't be normal. Are you sure you're looking after him properly?
Of course I am. Why do you think I sleep in the living room? That way, I can get up as soon as he starts, give him some milk, and rock him until he calms down. I sleep on the couch precisely to avoid waking you up and messing with your sleep, Gavin. I know you need to be at your best to perform at work.
Well, it's not working 'cause he's driving me insane. I feel like I don't get a wink of sleep some nights. What's worse, he never stops. You know what? I'm just going to come out and say it. The kid's torturing me.
He's a baby, Gavin. Babies cry. If it's that bad, why don't you try wearing earplugs?
Why should I have to go to such extreme measures? Why can't you just do something about it? You're his mom, for crying out loud. Moms are supposed to be good at kid stuff. Are you sure you're rocking him properly?
I do it just like the midwives taught me.
My sister's kid's nothing like Jake when she's at my folks' place. She's quiet as a mouse. Why does our Jake have to be so disrespectful?
Oh, come on, Gavin. Disrespectful? He's just a baby. He doesn't wake you up on purpose. He's also not a robot with an off button, unfortunately. Every baby's personality is different. Some cry a lot, some don't. It's really that simple.
Well, my mom said I was every parent's dream. She never had to wake up in the night to calm me down. Does he get this from your side of the family?
So what if he does? What difference would it make? Jake cries a lot, and that's all there's to it. As long as he's healthy, I'm happy.
But I'm telling you, I'm stressed out and sleep deprived because of his crying. I can't go on like this. You need to do something.
Look, I'm sorry, Gavin. I'll try harder. I'll do my best to get up even more quickly. Hopefully then, I can calm him down before he wakes you.
That's all I wanted to hear. I can't keep tolerating it. It's beyond a joke now. You might be able to take naps in the middle of the day whenever you feel like it, but some of us have to work.
Jeez, what kind of life do you think I lead? I can't afford to take naps either. I might not work in an office, but it's not like I don't have a job. At least your job ends. I'm on the clock till my head hits the pillow. I can't even do the housework for 5 minutes without him grumbling about something. Do you really think I have the luxury of taking midday naps?
Surely you do some days. Not like me. I have to work every day after he wakes me up with his blubbering every night. Our positions are not the same. The only reason you two have a roof over your heads to make all that racket in the first place is because I'm constantly out slaving away at the office.
I said I'm sorry.
That's fine. All I ask is that you understand. Make sure you pay more attention tonight. I won't tolerate being woken up again. I am the man of this house, and my sleep schedule is important. If he starts crying, you're going to leap off that sofa faster than Usain Bolt and calm him down pronto. What would you do if I collapsed with sleep deprivation-induced exhaustion? The family would be finished. Finished, I tell you.
Right.
Alright, I'm gonna take a nap. Go buy the powdered milk yourself. Mark my words, I won't let that kid and your laziness drain any more of my energy.
Gavin, what's going on? Why is the front door locked? Let me in.
You shut your goddamn mouth! I want you out of this apartment! You can't be outside in the hallway either. Jake's crying will echo even louder than it did in his bedroom. You'll get reported by the neighbors.
So let me in.
You had your chance to calm it down straight away when he cried. But you did it, didn't you? He cried, and he cried some more. And guess what? He woke me up again. I am done with this crap. Leave me in peace to sleep.
I didn't get a wink of sleep last night either. You think I enjoy this?
My life's a lot harder than yours. You can always catch up on sleep during the day, but I have to go to work. A bad night's sleep is practically a death sentence for me. Dragging myself out to the office every day was exhausting enough before we had the demon brat. But now I'm reaching levels of exhaustion previously unimagined. Oh, well, you do nothing but laze around all day on the sofa. Bad night's sleep, no problem. 3-hour nap. I should start calling you Snorlax.
I do nothing but laze around on the sofa? Oh my god. Gavin, I can't even believe what I'm reading here. And Demon Brat? Do not call your son a demon, you jerk! You're his father and you should be more understanding! Who kicks their wife and kid out just because their son was crying? You do know it's the dead of winter? Have you lost your mind?
What's the problem, Snorlax? I gave you the car keys, didn't I?
Stop calling me Snorlax! What do you mean the car keys?
I put them in your bag. I feel bad if you froze to death.
Wow. Are you saying me and your newborn son have to sleep outside in the car?
Bingo! The car has a heater. Plus, if you live in the car, you can take Jake out for a drive whenever you feel like it. You could get free hot water from the machine at the store you can make his milk with. Wow! Come to think of it, you're still gonna have it easy. You don't get husbands much kinder than me, you know. I surprise myself what a swell guy I am sometime.
This is kindness?
Would you rather I blew you out on the streets with nothing? Cause I'd be well within my rights given how pissed off I am about this kid's endless crying. You're lucky I'm so merciful.
I can't believe this. Gavin, you're a disgrace.
Watch your mouth, bitch! You do not talk to the man of the house like that. Anyway, you're one to talk. You let that kid cry all night despite knowing full well how exhausted I am. Wah! 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 It's all I freaking hear with you guys around. None of this would be happening if you just did your freaking job and looked after him properly during the day. If a kid cries a lot, it's the parent's fault.
But you're his parent, too.
Sure I am, but you're the one who spends the most time with him. It's your fault.
Let me guess. 100% my fault? Babies cry. It's just what they do. What else can I say? There's nothing you can do about it when they're his age. Sure, I can calm him down sometimes, but there are times when no matter how much I hold him, no matter how much I feed him, he doesn't stop.
Well, learn how to control him.
How am I supposed to control a baby? Besides, I look after him and do everything around the house all on my own. Have you ever come back from work to a dirty house? To an unwashed plate? A stain on the floor? The answer is no. Do you know why that is? Because I do everything I possibly can to make sure you come to a nice, clean home where you can put your feet up and relax after work because I know how hard you work.
Good job, babe. Want a medal? You're a stay-at-home housewife. Obviously, it's a given that you're going to keep the house clean. This would be like me bragging about filing a report at work.
It is not a given. I have to look after Jake too. Do you know how hard it is to keep on top of everything all on my own? No, I don't want a medal, but I do want you to at least understand that I don't have it as easy as you seem to think.
Well, I support this family all on my own.
You should be helping me out more with Jake. I've been asking you ever since he was born, but you never listen. Would it really hurt to spend some time with your son every now and then?
I can't. I have a job.
Just because you have a job doesn't mean you don't have to spend any time with your son. It's not like I'm asking you to change his diapers or anything. I just wish you would spend more time with him. Aren't you interested in getting to know him at all? I gave up on asking you lately because I thought I was wasting my time. But I can't let go of it. You absolutely should be helping out more with your son. I feel like a single mother.
God, would you shut up already? You're so boring. I thought I might be able to finally get some sleep today, but now I'm so riled up it's going to take hours to calm down. You have no idea how much you rustle my jimmies, woman.
You're serious about making us sleep in the car, aren't you?
If you want to come back inside, you gotta apologize first. When you're on your knees begging for forgiveness on the doorstep, maybe then I'll consider it.
I'll pass. I'll sleep in the car.
Great. Fill my gas tank up while you're at it. You better not get the leather dirty either.
My mom and dad bought us that car to help out with Jake.
It was still a gift, and I drive it the most, which makes it my car.
I see.
You better not wake me up again. I'm switching my phone off. I want you both back in the car where you belong before I get home from work tomorrow evening. I don't want to see you or the demon scrat face again. I just got home. You back in the car yet?
What?
What? What? What do you mean, what? I asked out of kindness because I'm worried about you. You should be more grateful. Anyway, guess what? I slept like a baby last night. I knew it was the demon brat making me feel like crap all this time. I just knew it. I feel great today. Full of energy.
Are you done?
What's got into you? Don't get cocky with me, woman. You'll start showing me the proper respect if you want to come back inside the house anytime soon. You must get cold in the car. Sorry yet?
I'm the one who has to say sorry?
Obviously. Go on, apologize. I'm sorry for making the demon brat cry. If you do, I'll forgive you and let you back inside.
What the hell did you do to my daughter?
Huh?
Don't give me, huh? This is Jane's mother.
Jane, are you playing a prank on me? Your parents live hours away from us. How can you be with your mom? Pfft, try harder.
Jane set off for our house in the car last night. She arrived this morning.
What?
She tells me you kicked her and Jake out and forced them to live in the car? Because Jake was crying all night, of all things? You're the biggest scumbag I've ever had the displeasure of meeting.
Did Jane really drive all the way out to you?
That's what I just said, isn't it? Her and Jake will be living with me and my husband from now on. I'll never let her go back to you.
You mean she's not gonna live here with me anymore? I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I apologize for everything. Please, can I have her back? I got carried away. I can't have my wife living this far away from me.
Your wife? Don't make me laugh. You're getting a divorce.
Divorce? Are you joking? You're joking, right, Edith? But please, I said I'm sorry.
Do not Edith me, boy. I won't be your mother-in-law for much longer, and you certainly won't get any sympathy from me after what you did.
I'm sorry.
You kicked your wife and your newborn son out of your apartment and forced them to live in the car in the middle of winter while she was still recovering from childbirth. Do you think either of us can forgive you for that? Do you know how cold it is outside? It's December, you buffoon. The temperature is -5 degrees on a good night.
You're right. I've been an idiot. I'm sorry.
Do you really mean that? Or are you just saying it because she won't tolerate it anymore?
I mean it. I behaved childishly. But I was stressed out too, I swear. I was physically and mentally exhausted. I did things I wouldn't normally do.
I know you both had a lot on your plate, Gavin, but that doesn't justify what you did. I know it's not a competition, but Jane hardly had it easy either, you know. She barely got 3 hours sleep most nights herself. Raising a child isn't as easy as you seem to think. Not to mention doing all the housework on top of it. Would it have hurt you so much to have helped her out sometimes? She got no recognition for her efforts whatsoever. To the contrary, you actively mistreated her.
I know I messed up. I'm really, really, really sorry.
Jake might be your son, but you have no right to be a father. You'll never see him or Jane ever again.
Hey, Jane, how are you?
Amazing! I'm a million times happier than I was living with you.
I'm really sorry about how I treated you last week, babe. No two ways about it. I was out of line. I've been working real hard for you and Jake this last week.
Huh? Am I supposed to know what you're talking about?
So I told my mom you said you were divorcing me and took Jake to your mom's. She rushed over to the house immediately to find out why. I figured there was no use trying to hide any of it, so I told her everything. She went crazy at me when she found out what I did to you. I've never been yelled at so hard in my life. Not only that, but she decided she was going to stay at the house to teach me some discipline, which means I got yelled at and ordered to do the chores every day when I got home from work.
Wow, really? I see. Your mom did all that for me?
She told me I need to learn just how difficult it can be to run a household, and boy did I learn. I understand why what I did was so horrible now, and I'm truly sorry. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. You were working so hard, and all I did was throw it back in your face. Cooking, cleaning, looking after Jake, grocery shopping, taking him to appointments. I had no idea you did so much.
I'm glad you finally realized.
Does this mean you'll forgive me? Can we just forget about the whole divorce thing?
Just because I'm pleased you finally realized I wasn't lounging around on the sofa all day doesn't mean I changed my mind about the divorce.
What? Why? I just did the housework for a whole freaking week.
Oh, want a medal?
No, I just want to know I get it now, baby. I understand. I'll never give you a hard time again. I'll help out around the house. I even decided to try and be more patient when Jake cries at night. I want to change, baby. I'm serious about that.
I'm pleased to hear it. I take it you mean you want to change for your next wife? 'Cause I don't want you anymore.
Gah. So you're going to go through with the divorce? Did nothing I just said to you make you think about changing your mind for even a second?
Bingo! I just got done talking with my lawyer. Let's get all the legal stuff out of the way ASAP, shall we?
Just wait a sec. I don't want a divorce. I want you, me, and our son all to live happily together.
Too late.
It doesn't have to be. Jake's tiny. He'll never remember any of this. If you forgive me, we can start over and really make it work this time.
There's only one slight problem with that. I don't forgive you. Or rather, I can't possibly forgive you. You let me carry on day in, day out, more sleep deprived than a doctor on a 24-hour shift at my physical and mental breaking point for months. No matter how many times I asked you to come help me with Jake, the answer was always no. But if I didn't keep on top of the housework because I was so busy with him, even for just 1 second, you lost it and berated me. Living with you was like being in hell.
Jane, I'm so sorry.
You might think you can make it all go away with an apology, but I'll never forget what you did to me for as long as I live. On top of never helping, you actually had the nerve to suggest the way I was rocking Jake was wrong, or that he had something wrong with him. You called him a demon brat. You said he was disrespectful for crying. You abused both of us. The cherry on top? Being evicted from my own home and forced to raise our son in the car. Not only can I not forgive you for my own personal reasons, but I can't forgive you as Jake's mother.
My head was in a bad place back then. All that nighttime crying made me neurotic, or how to put this. I think I had a mental breakdown.
You think I didn't know it was bothering you? I wanted to help. You say you had a mental breakdown, but you still managed to go out drinking with your buddies as normal. Then after I finally managed to get Jake off to sleep, you come back at 2 a.m. drunk out of your mind, singing at the top of your lungs. You're the one disturbing the peace, not him.
I know, babe. I've been an idiot. But I'm a changed man now. I swear. Please come home.
No chance. Oh yeah, I have some more news for you. You need to be out of the house within a month.
Huh?
The house belongs to my uncle. Did you forget? The only reason we were able to live there so cheaply was thanks to my family.
I didn't know that, babe. But please, you can hardly expect me to find a new place on such short notice.
That's why I'm giving you a month. It's in my name, so I could tell you to leave now if I wanted to, and you wouldn't be able to do a thing about it.
Are you not listening to me here, babe? I'm really, really, really sorry. It's true what they say. You don't know what you got till it's gone. I walked a mile in your shoes, and now I know how hard things were for you. How you barely had time to sleep with the pressure of all your responsibilities. I tried cooking too. It wasn't the easiest, let me tell you. I have a newfound respect and appreciation for you, babe. I think you're amazing. I can't tell you how sorry I am. I'm disgusted with myself. You deserve better than how I treated you.
I don't want to see your faces again. Remember when you said that to me when you booted me and Jake out and forced us to live in the car?
I just said that in the heat of the moment.
Whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. Whether you meant it or not, I'm done with you. I am so done. You had endless opportunities to put things right before it came to this. You're the one who treated all my attempts at discussion with disdain.
Jane, please come home. I'm sorry. I never thought you'd divorce me. I've been a fool. I was out of control. I think I needed something like this to bring me back down to reality. I'm sorry.
I'm busy. I don't want to hear any more of your pathetic apologies. If you have anything of substance to say, it can go through my lawyer.
How can you be too busy to discuss our marriage?
That's rich considering you dismiss me every time I try to discuss it with you until now. Our marriage is over. Not so nice when the shoe's on the other foot, huh? I'm done listening to you. You've tired me out enough already. How about you get lost and let me relax for a change? After that, we hashed out the particulars of the divorce through our lawyers. He begged and pleaded with me to reconsider until the last. But his desperate appeals were crushed beneath the weight of the righteous indignations of both of our moms, who, needless to say, were disgusted with him for the way he behaved. Eventually, he signed the divorce papers through gritted teeth. If he was so desperate for me not to divorce him, it kind of makes you wonder why he wasn't just nice to me in the first place, right? I guess my ex-husband is just the kind of person who has to lose something completely before he realizes how much it meant to him. There's no doubt in my mind that if I forgave him, he'd be back up to his old tricks before long. How do I know, you ask? Because even when discussing the divorce to our lawyers, he still made thinly veiled attempts at justifying his behavior, like saying he kicked us out because he was struggling mentally. It was at that moment that I knew I'd make the right decision. He wasn't sorry. He just wanted to make me think he was. I doubt he even knows what it means to feel remorse. After I gave him his marching orders from the house, he found a shabby old apartment in a desolate, run-down part of town. He messaged me the other day, complaining that the walls are as thin as cardboard, and told me he gets woken up at least 5 times a night by his neighbors, who sound like total party animals. Oh, the irony. He told me he's struggling to keep on top of the housework, and isn't sure how much longer he can cope. I can't block him because he pays me child support every month, but needless to say, I wasn't interested in anything he had to say, and I left all his messages unread. He can carry on living tormented by the pain of regret over what he did to me forever for all I care. My parents were super cooperative when it came to looking after Jake when I moved back in with them, and I can now proudly announce that I'm no longer sleep deprived. Gavin's mom even sends him presents sometimes. I feel blessed to have such an amazing support network, and honestly, my stress levels are virtually non-existent now. It's amazing what wonders not living with a guy who treats you like dirt can work on the mind. I'll never take any of it for granted, and I intend to carry on working hard, raising my son, while letting all of the amazing people in my life know how much I appreciate them. I'm thinking about starting work again the year after next. But until then, I'm gonna dedicate all my time to raising Jake. Here's to the future. Let's make it a good one, folks.
Nate, it's already 7. Don't tell me that you're still working.
No, work is over. I'm on my way home right now.
Well then, what are you doing? Where are you? If you're done working, just hurry up and get home already. I need a break from the kids, so hurry up.
I'm really sorry, Tracy. I just had to stop by the computer store. But I'm in my car now and I'm headed home.
And just what are you doing stopping at stores on your way home? You know that when you get home, you need to take the kids off of my hands. You can't just make up excuses to come home later so that you don't have to watch the kids, Nate.
But that's not what I was doing. I really was having problems with my laptop. So I just stopped into the store to have it looked at. I told you that I was going to be doing this when I left this morning, remember?
I don't remember anything because I'm never ever getting enough sleep these days. You should have waited until this afternoon to tell me that I might have actually remembered.
Okay then, I understand. I'm really sorry for the mix-up, and from now on, I'll wait until the afternoon to let you know of my evening plans. But I'm already on my way home now, and I shouldn't be more than half an hour getting there.
Well, I'm tired and fed up for the day, so I don't feel like cooking. If you want dinner, you can make something yourself.
That's fair. I'm sorry to be running so late, and I'm sorry that you're so tired. I guess I'll just stop somewhere on the way home to pick up something.
Are you seriously going to make another stop on the way home just to feed yourself? I can't believe you're going to make me wait even longer here with the kids. What is the matter with you?
You're right. I'm really sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. I'll just hurry home and make something for myself once I'm there.
I can't believe you need me to point out something like that in the first place.
I know. I really am sorry. I just sent that message without really thinking.
That much is obvious. I just told you that I need you home now, and you start talking about making even more stops before you get here. Do you even care about how stressed I am? Do you even realize how hard I work every day raising the kids?
Tracy, I love and appreciate all that you do for all of us so much. I promise that once I get home, I'll take the kids off your hands, and if you want to go rest, I'll have no problem with that. And since I have the next couple days off, maybe you could take that time to plan a little vacation for yourself.
I don't need you to try and kiss up to me with petty little offers like that. I know that you think you're being sweet, but all of it really does is tick me off.
Okay, Tracy. I'm really sorry about that.
And you need to stop thinking that you can just solve all of our problems by saying that you're sorry. Do you think that's all I want to hear from you? You sound like a broken record.
I understand. I'll be more careful in the future.
I mean, do you think that I want to be telling you all of this stuff? Do you think I want to be mad at you? The fact is that I'm holed up in the house all day, basically working around the clock. At least you can get out of the house and refresh yourself with your work before coming home.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm exactly feeling refreshed after a long day at the office.
So what? You're saying that you think I have it so much easier just because I'm a stay-at-home mom?
That isn't what I'm saying at all. I'm sorry. I don't want you to be upset anymore. And I'm really sorry that I'm going home late tonight. I won't let it happen again.
Whatever. Just hurry up and get home already. Talking to you is just making me more upset. In fact, nobody gets me mad like you do. Hey, Nate, I just wanted to apologize for the way that I was acting yesterday.
What do you mean, Tracy?
I just mean that I shouldn't have said all that I did last night. I mean, that you're not... I know that you're not trying to do anything wrong, but I took out my frustration on you anyways.
No, you were right to be upset, and I was coming home later than I promised to.
But I said so much horrible things to you, even though I know that you do care about this family and that you do put in work. Not as much as I do, of course, but still.
I know. I'm really sorry the only times it feels like I get to spend with the kids are after work and on the weekends. You put up with a lot, and I know that you look forward to getting to take a break when I get home.
I know, but I didn't need to get so upset with you just for making a stop on the way home. I guess I just been feeling so angry and stressed lately. I just want you to know that I didn't mean to act the way I was acting yesterday.
Okay then, if that's how you feel. Thank you for your apology. It means a lot.
You really are a good husband, and I love you so much, Nate.
I love you too, Tracy. And I'm sorry that you've been feeling too stressed out lately.
I think it's just that now that our kid can walk on his own, I'm always worried that he's going to get into trouble or hurt himself. I just can't afford to take my eyes off of him.
Oh, I see. So things have gotten more intense now that he can move by himself. I get that would be stressful to deal with every day.
That, and I'm just always worried if I'm doing enough to make sure that he grows up healthy. I don't want to push him too much, but I don't want him to be slow to develop.
Are you talking about him learning how to talk or something like that?
Well, that's just it. Our child hasn't said a single word yet. I would have thought that he at least would be able to communicate a little better by this point.
I think he's going to be okay. It's just like the doctor told us. Kids develop at different rates, and that's okay.
I know. But you can see why I'd still be worried about all of this, right?
I understand. But as far as learning to walk and move around, I think he's more or less on a schedule for his age. But even if he wasn't, I don't think anyone would be to blame for it. I just think that he's doing things in his own time.
I know what you're trying to say, but I still just feel really nervous about all of this. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking all of this. But what if I'm not doing enough to be a good mother to him? Maybe we should have never even had any kids in the first place.
Tracy, please. I know that you put your heart and soul into raising our son. You're not overthinking. But I think you just need to give these things time.
I know, but how much time until we've given him too much time and nothing's changed? I'm sorry, I can't help how I feel. And when I start to feel like this, I get angry and then always end up taking it out on you.
Tracy, you seem really exhausted with all of this.
I don't know. Maybe I just need a mental break or something. Maybe it's just a little too much for me right now. I just feel like I can't even control my emotions anymore. But I don't know what I can do.
It's okay. I know that you don't mean what you say when you get upset.
But what if it stops just being words and I end up hitting you or something? I would never forgive myself if I did that. Or worse yet, what if I lost my temper with our kid and did something horrible? That would be the worst outcome.
But I don't think we need to worry about you doing any of that. You're a very strong woman, and I don't think you're going to snap just like that. But I see now that we need to come up with a way to relieve some of the stress you're carrying.
I think so too, but I don't know what we could do. Maybe I could spend some time with my parents, away from the house for a little bit.
You mean that you'd think it'd help to have some time to yourself?
I think so, yes. But I know that isn't fair to you, Nate.
Well, just how long would you want to be away from us all?
I'm not sure. Maybe a month at the most? Would that be okay?
If you think that's what it's going to take to recenter yourself, then I think that's just fine.
You really mean it? I'm not asking too much?
If anything, maybe I've been the one asking too much from you. I'm just glad you told me all of this before anything bad really did happen.
And you're sure that you're going to be okay looking after the kid?
I think that the two of us are going to be just fine. But if I ever feel like it's becoming too much, I'll reach out to my parents for a little help. So things are going to be totally fine here. You just worry about getting the rest that you need.
Oh, Nate, thank you so much. I'm so sorry to have to do this to you.
Tracy, I'm the one who's sorry for not noticing how much you were putting yourself through with all of this until now. You go home to your parents and rest up, okay?
I will. I'll take the time I need to feel better. And when I come back, I'm going to be an amazing mother.
Hey Megan, are you there? I see I have a couple of missed calls from you. Sorry, I was sleeping and didn't see them until now. Is everything okay?
Oh, wait, you're sleeping? It's almost noon.
Yeah, I know. But I was up really late last night trying to put George to bed, and I didn't get much sleep the night before either.
You mean that he's still crying every night?
It's really weird, actually. When he was a newborn, he never used to cry at night when it was bedtime. But after he turned 1, he started crying every night non-stop. I couldn't get him to go to sleep until around 5 in the morning.
Oh, well, that explains why you were sleeping until now. That must be a lot to deal with on your own.
Well, my mom comes over every now and then to help out, and that really does help a lot.
Well, that's good. But I still can't believe that Tracy is making you do all of this by yourself. I think it's really mean of her to do so, actually.
No, she isn't doing this for any bad reason. She was just really stressed from taking care of George all the time, and she needed to take some time for herself at her parents' place.
That's what you told me, but don't you think you're being a bit too soft on her?
I don't think that at all. I think that she's put in a lot of work and deserves to take a break.
But while she was taking care of the kid, you were working, and then you would take over watching George after you got home. It sounds to me like the person who didn't have any time for themselves all day was really you.
Well, I wasn't just going to help my Tracy raise our children together.
Sure, but do you raise them together? From my understanding, when you get home, Tracy goes into her room to rest for the night. It sounds to me like she puts everything on you the moment you walk through that door. It just doesn't seem fair to me is all.
Well, I guess all couples do things differently then. But if taking on all this now means that Tracy will be more prepared in the future, then I don't see a problem with any of this. I can handle this. I know it.
Well, that's not what Mom was telling me. She told me that the last time she went over to your place, you looked as if you were about to pass out while standing.
I just need to make it through this month, just until Tracy comes back. I know that everything is going to be worth it after that. We're going to do things together after that.
Nate, you really need to open your eyes to what's happening. You're working hard for nothing. You have to leave your wife.
Wait, what? Megan, you can't be serious about that.
Why can't you see that Tracy is just using you? She's not good enough for you, Nate.
Just where is all this coming from? I don't understand why you feel the need to insult Tracy like this.
You would if you knew the type of person your wife really is.
And so you're telling me that you know Tracy better than I do?
Okay, I guess I'll just have to come out and say it. Tracy is not the woman that you think she is. She is nothing but a liar who made up feeling bad so that she could take advantage of your kindness and sleep around on you.
What? You think that Tracy is cheating on me? Is this supposed to be some kind of joke? It's not funny.
I hate to be the one to tell you this, but you're my little brother, and you should know the truth. And think, Would I lie to you about something like this? Haven't I always been there for you?
Well, do you have any proof for any of this?
I don't have any proof, except what I heard from the cheater himself.
Wait, you mean that Tracy told you she was cheating on me?
I'm not talking about Tracy. I'm talking about the guy she's seeing. And that's because she happens to be cheating on you with an acquaintance of mine. I don't really know him all too well myself, but he's a friend of a friend who we met when we've all gone out together.
And this guy said that he was having an affair with Tracy to you?
Well, he didn't say that he was having an affair, but one night, he was telling everyone at the table about this girl he was seeing. And when we asked to see pictures of her, she looked just like Tracy.
But isn't it possible it's just someone who looks a lot like her?
Maybe, but he said her name was Tracy, that she was as old as Tracy, and she had gone to the same school as Tracy. So I think the chances of a coincidence that large are quite slim.
I don't believe it. There's no way that she would cheat on me. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, why don't you go and ask her yourself if you think I'm not telling the truth? Tracy, when are you finally going to give this a rest?
Oh, Megan, what a surprise hearing from you. Why do I need to give a rest?
I meant that you need to stop letting my brother raise your child while you run around cheating on him.
Wait, cheating? What are you talking about, Megan?
You can drop the act, you know. I know that you're cheating on Nate with a man named Jack Brown. He happens to be an acquaintance of mine. And the last time I saw him, he was telling us all about his new girlfriend, who just so happens to share your name and face.
But I don't know anyone named Jack Brown.
Just give it up already. He's already shown me pictures of the two of you together. There's no point in hiding any of this anymore.
Okay, wait. Just please don't tell anyone about this. Especially not Nate.
Are you serious? Of course I'm gonna tell my little brother about this.
Well, if you keep my secret, I'll keep yours. You remember last Thanksgiving? I heard you complaining about your husband's family. You wouldn't want him finding out what you said about them, would you?
The fact that you're trying to threaten me tells me all that I need to know about you.
Look, just please don't tell anyone. I don't want this to turn into some big fight.
You still haven't tried denying the affair ever since I mentioned seeing pictures of you and Jack.
Tracy, this is Nate. I guess what Megan was trying to tell me was true after all.
Wait, Nate? You're with Megan right now?
You've been cheating on me this whole time, haven't you? You never went to go rest with your parents. You've just been sleeping around with your boyfriend. And to think that it's someone my sister knows too.
Wait, no, Nate, you don't understand. This is all just one big mistake, but I'm really not cheating on you.
I don't want to hear it, Tracy. You all but admitted it just now. Were you also cheating on me the weekends that I agreed to watch over the kids?
Please, can't we just talk about this in person?
Just tell me the truth. Say that you were cheating on me. Tell me that you were using me to watch the kids so you can go run around behind my back.
No, Nate, I really was getting stressed out from little George. And then I guess my stress just came out in the form of me having an affair.
Was that excuse of yours supposed to make me feel better? You lied to me and tricked me, and nothing is going to change that.
But I really am sorry. I didn't know what I was doing.
And you think that I should just accept that and forgive you for everything? No. You and Jack are both going to pay for this.
What's gotten into you, Nate? Normally you're so kind and sweet.
I was kind and sweet when I thought I was doing what I needed to do to help my wife. But now I realize I was just being lied to and used this whole time.
It isn't like that, though. I really do love you, Nate.
Well, you've got a funny way of showing it. And it's not just me that you've affected. My parents have also been putting in tireless effort to help me with George. You are going to pay for this. After that, Megan and I called Tracy's parents and had them help us track her down and bring her and Jack to our parents' house for a little chat. Jack was the first to break and give us all the details of his and Tracy's affair, while Tracy could only sit there in silence. The divorce went smoothly after that, and I made sure to take complete custody of George. It's tough as a single father, but I'm glad that I have my sister and parents by my side to help.
Hello, Felicity. It's been a while. Are you well?
Hey, Evelyn. I'm doing great, thanks. How have you been?
Tip-top. Is now a good time to talk? I know there's a time difference with us back here in the States.
It's cool. I'll still be awake for another hour or two. Can't believe how long it's been.
Right? It feels like ages since we spoke.
No kidding. When was the last time we met in person? Must have been like 3 years ago now.
Sorry, darling. I'll take the blame for that one. I've been so busy you wouldn't believe. All sorts of stuff happened since we last spoke. Did you hear about my mother-in-law's accident? She couldn't look after herself anymore and we had to put her in an old folks' home. Oh, I've been so occupied with the hustle and bustle of life that I haven't had a chance to fly over and see you as much as I would have loved to.
Wow, that's awful. I hadn't heard. I hope she's okay. Are you still in touch with Henrik? He hasn't mentioned you in a while.
Not really. He's not the only one either. We must be the least in touch family on the planet. My mom doesn't even have Peep's Messenger installed on her phone. Can you believe that? Who doesn't use Peep's Messenger in this day and age?
She never was great with technology, huh?
It's not that we don't get along. She's just not built for this age. Our family has always been aloof. I guess you could say we tend to be indifferent to what's going on in the lives of those around us. Anyway, it doesn't bother me. If anything, the fact I haven't heard from my mom in a while just proves things are going great for her. Think about it. A lot of people only ever reach out when they're in trouble or they want something for you, right?
Wow, that's a good point. I never thought about it that way before, but you're right. Anyway, how come you messaged me today? Did something happen?
My husband said he thought I should message everyone since it's been such a while. Your brother always was the more family-oriented member of the marriage. I did think about messaging Hendrik, but I knew I had more chance of getting a tan from a light bulb than getting a reply out of him. So I decided to say hi to you instead.
My husband's not that bad, you know. He can be a little slow getting back to people sometimes, but he's not being rude. He just gets bogged down with work a lot.
Really? Leaving my messages unread seems awfully rude to me. You wouldn't think we were siblings. I always get the feeling he does it because he couldn't care less about speaking to me. He's rude if you ask me.
Oh, come on, Evelyn. He's really not like that. I'm sure he just read it and forgot to reply after getting distracted by something. His schedule is as hectic as they come.
Does he leave you unread too?
Well, now that you mention it, no. He's probably too scared to leave me on read because he knows I'd flip out at him at the breakfast table. He knows there'd be consequences because we live together.
You always did have a knack for flying off the handle. You know, it's strange. No one on our side of the family ever gets mad. We're as cool as cucumbers. We leave each other on the red all the time, but no one ever loses their temper over it. It's almost like none of us got the angry genes.
It's surreal how similar you guys all are. You're like a carbon copies of each other.
How's life abroad?
Things are a little manic sometimes, but I can't complain. Life is good. It's been 10 years now, so it feels less like abroad and more like home, if I'm honest.
Oh, I can't believe my brother landed a job over there. It feels like a lifetime ago that you first went. I think you were brave for going with him.
You know, it's a crazy coincidence, but I'd actually been wanting to try living over here for a while. I couldn't believe my luck when he told me about the job. I knew it was once in a lifetime opportunity the moment he told me. I was never gonna let it slip away from me.
Yep, just like I said, you've got balls of steel, girl. You have a job there yourself now, right? I heard you speak fluent Thai as well?
I guess I kinda just picked up from living here so long. It helps that Henrik was fluent before we got here, which of course played a big part in him getting the job in the first place. We made a deal that English was banned at home until I was at least conversational enough to get better by practicing with the locals. My progress skyrocketed after that.
Wow, you really are a hard worker. I think that's incredible. What's the cost of living like over there?
There are a couple luxury items that cost what they would back home, but in general, it's a lot cheaper. We get to live like royalty on our American salaries. We live in a city, so the prices here are the highest in the country, but it's still a drop in the ocean compared to the average US state. Think of it like this. I can get 2 Big Macs here for the price of 1 back home.
Wow. I hope you're watching your waistline, darling. That's amazing, though. So things cost about half as much in general? Hendrik's company covers the rent on your apartment too, right?
Right. We wouldn't be more grateful. We're used to it now, but it was a weird feeling at first to be able to save so much money. We could never live like this in the States. I guess that's part of why we've been here for so long.
What about your salary? Have you had any pay raises?
My salary? Well, I did get promoted a few years back. So, yeah, I got a pay rise.
Between living in such a cheap country, having your rent paid, and working for a prestigious American company, you must be raking it in. Your outgoings must be super low, and I bet you can put away more money than most people could ever dream of saving. You must have a nice little nest egg tucked away.
I guess we don't do too bad.
Oh no, would you listen to me? Harping on about money. Oh, forgive me. I got carried away there.
It's fine.
It's just that the economy is going to the dogs over here right now. And I'm really curious about how things are for you guys over on the other side of the world. Our gas bill almost doubled in the last year. And my husband's bonus just got halved. Things are so rough, I'm considering moving abroad myself.
But Maine has some of the most beautiful natural landscapes and lowest crime rates in all of America. Wouldn't you miss that? I get that rising prices can only be a bad thing, but I still feel like you'd be letting go of a whole host of amazing perks. There are a lot of people who'd kill to be in your situation right now.
You might be right. I suppose the grass is always greener on the other side. Anyway, I'm pleased to see you're doing well, Felicity. I'll make more of an effort to stay in touch from now on.
Sure, I like that. Don't be a stranger.
Oh, Felicity, this is bad. My mom's seriously hurt.
What? What happened?
She had a fall while she was out for her morning walk and hit her head hard. She lost consciousness and now she won't wake up.
Oh my god. Is her life in danger?
No, thank God. She was rushed to the hospital in an ambulance. The doctor was confident she'll make it.
Yeah, I hope you're okay, sweetie. Me and Henrik will arrange a flight back to the States as soon as we can. We want to be there for her.
Oh, don't do that, darling. There's no need to do anything drastic. Besides, we're in the midst of a pandemic. Why put yourself at unnecessary risk of the virus? You might have the immunity to fight it off, but Mom's in a bad way right now. If she caught it in this state, I dread to think what might happen to her. In any case, hospitals are keeping visits to a minimum.
You're right. Things calmed down over here recently, so it's easy to forget you guys are still in the middle of a lockdown. But come to think of it, I did read something about visits to elderly relatives being encouraged against recently. President Peepton's a strict one.
Right, and for good reason. Anyway, even if you came, we won't be able to take you in at our house. I'm juggling work with visiting Mom right now, and when she starts to improve, the plan is to bring her home and look after her there. Oh, I'm so sorry, darling. We just don't have much room to breathe right now. I'm grateful for the sentiment, though.
It's cool, Evelyn. You're right. It'd probably be all kinds of awkward for you if we showed up with everything's been going on.
Would you mind waiting till things have calmed down a little for the visit? Sorry, I feel rude.
Don't be silly. You're not being rude at all. I completely understand. Of course we'll wait, sweetie. We'll hold off until things ease off. Things must be real tough for you right now. I feel guilty about how easy me and Henrik have it here in Thailand while you're over there dealing with all of this.
Well, don't. I was raised to look after my parents. I'm just doing my job. Besides, it's not like you're there on vacation. You moved abroad for work. Your lives are there now. Leave my mom to me.
Okay. I think you're amazing, Evelyn. Can't deny it, though. It sucks not being able to do anything to help you.
I'm telling you, you don't have to worry. How could you possibly help me anyway? You're over 8,000 miles away. Actually, wait. There is a way you could help. I have a favor to ask. Mom's been staying with us for a while, but Based on what I researched today, it's gonna be a lot more expensive than I expected. Oh, I hate to ask this, but would you mind helping me out by sending some money our way?
Of course I will.
Oh, thank you so much. We want to care for her as a family, but to be honest, I think we'll struggle to keep on top of everything. We decided we wanted to hire a private carer, but they don't come cheap, and we won't be able to afford it at this rate. Anything you can afford to spare will be a big help, even more so if you can do monthly payments.
Monthly payments it is. Thanks. I feel a lot better now knowing we can actually be of use to you guys. I still wish we could do more, but I guess it can't be helped.
No. This is more than enough. I promise you.
How much do you need?
We'd be very grateful if you could send us $1,000 a month. Do you think you could do that?
Done. Use it on whenever you need to. Carers, services, medical devices, food, supplies, anything. You're not the only one bearing the burden anymore. We're in this together now.
Oh, thank you so much, darling. I feel like a weight's been lifted from my shoulders. To tell you the truth, the anxiety was starting to get the better of me.
I'm so sorry to hear that. It's only natural you'd be anxious at a time like this. Sorry I can't be there to give you a big hug.
It's fine, really. You don't have to keep apologizing. You'll be helping me more than you know with this money. It's not like this is anyone's fault. It hit us like a bolt out of the blue. She always seems so fit and steady on her feet.
Yeah, me neither. I was speechless when you told me.
You and my mom never exactly got on like a house on fire, did you?
What do you mean? I thought we got along just fine.
Not that it's your fault. She doesn't have many friends, thanks to her prickly personality. She's always been selfish. That's why I hardly ever message her. If not for the accident, who knows how many years we'd have passed in silence. I'm guessing you haven't been in touch with her either?
No, we haven't messaged in a while, but it's not because I'm trying to avoid her or anything. My schedule's just hectic is all. I'll admit she can be unpredictable and pointed with her words at times, but I don't think there's any ill will behind it.
You always were kind, Felicity. I like that about you. I feel guilty about not checking up on her all these years now. Maybe if we'd have been in touch, I could have prevented this somehow. I regret not messaging her more. Hey, Felicity. I have a favor to ask. Would you mind sending more money over for my mom's care expenses? It turns out we still don't have enough to cover everything we need.
Wow, really? How can that be?
Looking after a seriously injured, bedridden old lady is harder than I expected. You said we could use the money on anything we wanted before, right? Well, we were thinking of hiring more private carers to ease the burden.
To care for who? Your mom's here with me right now.
Huh? What are you talking about? How could my mom possibly be with you on the other side of the world when she's here in our house, bedridden and drifting in and out of consciousness?
Why is it so hard for you to believe?
Because you're in Thailand?
Yep, your mom came over to see us. She just arrived. At her house.
In Thailand?
I can't tell you how surprised I was to see her standing on my doorstep. I thought maybe I ate some wacky mushrooms by mistake or something. But it's really her, and she didn't have the foggiest idea what I was talking about when I mentioned the accident. You wouldn't happen to have an explanation for this, would you, Evelyn?
Why would my mom be there?
Shocking, right? Apparently, she just happened to be on vacation over here with a group of her friends and decided to stop by while she was here. She said she was dying to see her grandkids since it's been so long. She said she wanted to surprise us.
My mom's on vacation in Thailand? Are you sure this isn't a case of mistaken identity? She hates traveling.
She said she wanted to know what it was like to go abroad at least once in her life before she got too old for it to be possible. To tell you the truth, she kind of threw a spanner into the works. Me and Henrik had to cancel most of our plans, but we didn't tell her that, or even particularly mind, because we were pleased to see her. I'm also grateful for her for making me realize you were lying to me. So, about that explanation, I'm waiting.
Well, I had my reasons.
What reasons could you possibly have for scamming me out of $1,000 a month?
Ugh, there was an emergency and I needed money quickly. I planned on telling you the truth and apologizing eventually.
Like hell you did. You know, I did think it was a little suspicious when my estranged sister-in-law got in touch with me out of the blue after no contact for years with some story about her injured mother. I like to see the best in people and take everyone at face value, so I put my doubts to one side. You know, I knew something didn't feel right when you kept quizzing me about mine and Henrik's finances. I should have trusted my gut.
I'm sorry. I was in so much trouble. I didn't have the luxury of worrying about what you might think of me. I had no choice, I swear.
Oh yeah? And why is that? Your husband has a good job at a well-paying company. How is it that you can be in such dire straits that you have no choice but to deceive your sister-in-law? Doesn't make any sense.
I'm in debt. I went on too many shopping trips.
You went into debt to go shopping? What the hell did you buy?
You know, just the usual. Clothing, makeup, designer bags, perfume, accessories, that sort of thing.
Wow. So what you mean is, you got yourself into debt to buy a bunch of frivolous, unnecessary crap? You have nobody to blame but yourself.
I've been trying so hard to cut down on my expenses, but no matter what I did, I could never make the repayments on time.
Does your husband know you're in debt?
No.
I see.
I thought I could pay it all off without him finding out. I'm sorry I lied to you.
Your mom sat next to me as we speak, Evelyn. She's not happy with you. You pretended she was seriously injured and bedridden to guilt me into giving you money.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'll apologize properly in person when you come home, I promise.
She says she hasn't heard from you in years. Obviously, it's wrong to use someone like this no matter what, but to think you did it despite being basically estranged from her for years somehow makes it seem worse.
I'll pay you back every last cent of the money you gave me. I swear. Please, will you forgive me?
No, I damn well won't forgive you. And yeah, you're damn right, you'll pay me back right now.
I'm about to meet my friend. I can't right now. Can you give me a year? I'll put in more hours at work and pay you back. I promise.
A year? You must be joking me. Your promises mean nothing to me. I can never trust another word that comes out of your mouth. Your mom messaged me. She just landed back in Maine. I asked her to do something for me. I asked her to chase you down and collect my money.
I already told you I can't pay you back right now. I'm not making it up, you know. I genuinely don't have it.
Surely there are some things in your house you can sell. You could also reduce your outgoings by a hefty margin if you canceled your life insurance plan.
Sell my things?
You know how debt collectors seize property when people don't have the cash to pay back what they owe? If you don't have the money, then do what you have to do to make it.
Please hear me out. The things in this house belong to my husband too. I can't just go off and sell them without his permission. Besides, he doesn't know about any of this. If I started asking about selling things, the cat would be out of the bag, and I'd be in a world of trouble.
I couldn't care less if your husband finds out, and I couldn't care less if you get in trouble. I want my money back, and we're not done until I get it. I arranged for your mom to meet him, actually. She's gonna explain to him a few uncomfortable truths about what you've been up to behind his back and ask for his cooperation with getting hold of the money you owe me.
No, please, you can't. You mustn't. I'm begging you, I'll do anything. Just don't tell my husband.
He doesn't even know about the debt, does he? I feel bad for him. A marriage should be based on trust. And there you are, off living a separate life behind his back. I think he has a right to know what you've been doing.
If my husband finds out about this, my life is over. I'm begging you, please stop. There has to be another way.
Evelyn, what you did was fraud. You broke the law. You should be grateful all I'm doing is telling your husband, because I'd be well within my rights to call the cops, in which case your husband would find out and you go to court.
Fraud?
Don't tell me you're surprised. I'm happy to hire a lawyer and have this out before a judge if that's the way you want to play it, Evelyn. It's up to you.
You take me to court?
Absolutely. but doesn't have to be that way. You know, you should be thanking me for being merciful enough to be willing to settle this without it coming to that. Your mom's taking care of most of this for us since the physical debt collection would be difficult with me and Henrik living in Thailand. I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel a little awkward about asking her, but she gladly agreed to help.
My own mother?
Yes, your own mother. Something tells me being used as a pawn in your twisted scheme rubbed her up the wrong way. You know, it's funny. I remember you telling me she was selfish. And sure, maybe she does have a selfish side, but she has a strong sense of justice, and she knows the difference between right and wrong. Unlike you.
Are you saying she's better than me?
Not that she's better than you per se, more that you have a broken moral compass, and she doesn't. But one thing's for sure, you have no right to insult and look down your nose at her like you do. From where I'm standing, she seems like a more decent, respectable person than you could ever dream of being.
Why do you need to be so mean to me? Stop it! I said you'll get your damn money back. Isn't that enough?
The fact that you think you can make this all disappear just by paying me back tells me everything I need to know about what kind of person you really are. That said, if you do want my forgiveness, then that process begins with you paying me back every cent of what you owe me, right now.
Please, at least give me a month.
No can do. Your mom will be taking the reins from here. You're going to wait patiently until she launches her assault.
Launches her assault? Why do you have to use such aggressive language? I'm trying to cooperate with you. Anyway, you're living the high life on your big, fat American salary in Thailand. You said it yourself. You live like royalty, damn it. Why can't you give me more leeway? I know you can afford it too.
This is rich. You're not actually getting mad with me, are you?
No. But I did apologize, and I promise I'll pay you back. Is there really any need to pile on the pressure this aggressively?
You just don't get it, do you? I give up. You seem to have absolutely no comprehension of the gravity of what you did. If you were struggling financially, you should have spoken to somebody and reached out for help. We all struggle sometimes. It's a part of life. But most of us don't pretend our mothers are on death's door to swindle family members out of their hard-earned money. The only reason I'm piling on the pressure is because you deserve to suffer the consequences of what you did.
I get that you're mad, Felicity, but please, if you go through with this, I think my husband might divorce me. I can't bear to lose him. Please, anything but that.
Anything? Okay, pay me back right now.
I told you I can't do that. Do you have no mercy in your heart?
You know, me and Henrik have been through a lot since moving over here 10 years ago, and we've grown a lot as people in the process. Want to know the number one most important thing we learned? That you should never give up without a fight. We learned to cultivate the inner strength needed to fight with everything we have. We learned to be bold and fearless in asserting our claims, never yielding in the face of unfair treatment and never backing down from a challenge. You should have never picked a fight you weren't capable of winning. You made the biggest mistake of your life, and now you're gonna pay. After that, my mother-in-law set to work on righting her wayward daughter's wrongs, just like I asked her to. She forced her way into their house, confronted her husband in the kitchen, and told him everything. To say he was shocked to learn his wife was a debt-ridden fraudster would be an understatement. After flying into a rage with Evelyn, calming down, and then getting overwhelmed once more, and bursting into tears, he began apologizing profusely and promised to make her pay back everything she owed me. Not long after that, he divorced her. I think we all saw that one coming. With that, Evelyn was alone in the world, but nothing but debts to her name. Now being homeless, due to the fact that the house belonged to her ex-husband, who now wanted nothing to do with her, she begged her mom for help. Unfortunately for Evelyn, her mom was so disgusted with her, she vowed never to speak to her again. What can I say? When you burn all your bridges, you ended up stranded. That's all I know about the fate of my ex-sister-in-law. Who knows what kind of life she might be living now? I have no way of knowing, and to be honest, I don't care. Me and my husband have been through a lot since moving to Thailand 10 years ago. but this outrageous little episode gave me the biggest shock of my life.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.